High-octane elections in Delhi, and we begin by taking you inside the Aam Aadmi Party war room. These are pictures that we're just getting to you of that huddle at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. Senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party, that is Arvind Kejriwal. He's holding this meeting. He's at the AAP headquarters. Now the AAP is hoping for a late surge. The Aam Aadmi Party initially seemed to indicate that they are through. They should be able to form the next government. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal, you can also see Kumar Vishwas in these pictures. Arvind Kejriwal had given a bite to journalists a short while back, saying that this is a one-sided election in our favor, and the BJP is now spreading rumors just to ensure that they get a surge. Reports also seem to indicate that voting in Delhi could well be extended to up to 8 p.m. But for more on this, I want to quickly bring in headlines today's Ankit Tyagi. Ankit, what's happening in the AAP war room?
Well, as those exclusive pictures that Headlines today has just accessed, Gaurav, Arvind Kejriwal along with senior leaders of the party at the war room monitoring the situation of all the 70 constituencies. In fact, continuously they are being updated about what is happening. They are getting reports from all across Delhi. And initial estimates, according to, if I may tell you, according to the party, they of course are doing well. But you would understand that this is what the party's initial estimate would be. They are also saying that their cadre has voted in large numbers in the first half of the day, and now they are expecting that there might, of course, be a late surge from the BJP to counter that. There are polling agents of Aam Aadmi Party going all across the 70 constituencies.
Okay.
They are, as of now, the party senior party leaders feel extremely confident. They believe that even if the voting percentage goes up to 70%, they are through.
Okay, the Aam Aadmi Party says even if it's 70%, they are through. Stay with me for a moment, Ankit. Nalini Singh, at this stage, the Aam Aadmi Party says it's a one-sided election. A lot of complaints and counter-complaints being filed by both sides. Does this indicate nervousness in both camps, or more complaints indicate more nervousness on one side?
Or more complaints indicate that one party is prone to making more complaints. And another party might have had, let's say BJP would have had 20 or 30 years in existence.
Yes.
And so they would be a little bit more restrained. I did say earlier before you came that Aam Aadmi Party has a more unbuttoned ideology, so go and complain. But what's interesting is that the Aam Aadmi Party is setting a line at 70%, and if they feel that the 70 plus means it's going to the BJP. I don't know if this is how it works, but obviously they think that in the cold,
yes,
the BJP voters are more likely to come out warmly clad, etc.,
yes,
and vote, and rather than
indications from the Aam Aadmi Party were that their cadre came in early. The initial 20%, till about 11 o'clock, it was between 20 to 24% voting that was being reported, and that is where the Aam Aadmi cadre was coming in to vote. Post noon, voting picked up, and Nalini Singh, it suddenly shot up to about 35%. There was more of Central Delhi, South Delhi, West Delhi coming in to vote. Of course, these are pictures now we see of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. She's going in to vote. Her mother, of course, voted earlier in the day. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra there with her husband, Robert Vadra. Both of them are going in to vote. What would a late surge, Nalini Singh, indicate?
I think that you're right, that there was a hump in the afternoon, and I think we should tell your viewers that it's a very pleasant day in Delhi today.
Yes.
I don't know, I've been in the studio for a long time now, but I think
it is a pleasant morning. Yeah,
it's a pleasant morning, and it's a pleasant kind of day, which which would not be something which prevents people from going to the booths. But in the afternoon, it's obviously warmer and more comfortable. So that surge could have been a BJP surge,
okay,
if this is what the AAP is saying. But I think that once, these things go up and down, once
yes,
the AAP voters will now be taken out by the volunteers, by the very enthusiastic volunteers of the
yes,
Aam Aadmi Party, saying counter. and then the BJP might do it. So it's kind of
it's a seesaw that we'll see through the day.
But it's a snake curve. It goes like this and then like this, and then it's going there. But I would say to you today that it is an extremely significant day because its echoes are already being heard in Bihar.
Yes.
But let me also take you to Jammu Kashmir, where there are 4 Rajya Sabha seats that are being voted upon today. First time you have seen that PDP and BJP have come together to set up for a Rajya Sabha candidate, which means that this Vijay Rath, this this chariot of victory of the BJP is now onto the northern most part of the country.
Which is very interesting. I mean, what started with May winning the Lok Sabha elections and then went to Maharashtra and Haryana and Jharkhand, Jammu and Kashmir, Delhi. The question remains, Ankit, will the Aam Aadmi Party be able to stop this Ashwamedh Yagya, as many are calling this, or will this chariot sail through? What is extremely interesting, Ankit, are the series of complaints being made by the Aam Aadmi Party and across Delhi. Does that indicate nervousness, Ankit?
Well, that's what's a $1 million question right now, Gaurav, is whether the Aam Aadmi Party would be able to stop the BJP's victory after victory rally that they have been on. Very interestingly, if you also see in this election, larger indications, as Nalini was also saying, about what is going to happen as far as the national politics is concerned. The TMC are coming out and saying that we are supporting the Aam Aadmi Party. JDU, JDS coming out and saying that we are supporting the Aam Aadmi Party. The entire Janata Parivar, CPM led party is also supporting the Aam Aadmi Party.
That's very interesting, that aspect that you point out. It's a coalition, the CPIM, all the anti-BJP forces are coming together because they feel it's only the Aam Aadmi Party that can stop, as Nalini Singh was describing it, the BJP's Vijay Rath. So how are all of them coming together? For a moment, we're also getting another breaking news. Ankit, stay with me. The Election Commission has just reacted to news of slow voting. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal had alleged that voting is slow. The Election Commission says that if there is slow voting in any particular polling station where reports of queues exist, the election machinery will reach out with additional resources in no time.
Well, the complaint hasn't just come from the Aam Aadmi Party, Gaurav. There have been complaints from other people as well, of general public, saying that the queues are going very slowly. But that usually happens in the first few hours of voting, is what we understand, and is how the Election Commission is putting it. They are saying voting slows down only around lunchtime. That's when a slump is seen, and then picks up again after lunchtime. And that has always been the trend. Moreover, they have added a rider to those complaints that have come in, and their response. They have said that there have to be specific complaints. People can't just rave and rant and say that queues are going slowly, that voting is not taking place quickly. They are saying, give us the specific location, give us the specific booths, and we will send reinforcements, whether it's in the form of security personnel if they are needed, or in the form of probably EVMs if there are complaints that they have broken down. However, since morning, there have been no specific complaints of EVM. They only came in the morning from Shalimar Bagh, which was rectified by around 10:15 a.m. Let me tell you, Gaurav, that here in the Election Commission, Delhi Election Commission office, they were already distributing sweets because the first 7 hours of election voting rather have gone out smoothly, and perhaps they were expecting something worse this time around with the high-pitched campaign that we've seen, especially between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP.
Maha Siddiqui, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. In a moment, I'll also be joined by Jugal Purohit and Atir Khan. Are there complaints coming in about slow voting? How is Delhi coming out on the streets? What is Delhi voting for? All that and much more on the other side of... Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has just voted when asked about why the Congress wasn't expected to do well. Let's listen in to what she said.
The Aam Aadmi Party. What do you have to say about the Aam Aadmi Party? Aage mat jao yaar. The Aam Aadmi Party. One and second, everything is writing. Okay, Congress Party. Do you think that's right?
Congress Party has faced difficulties before, and it's always come through. I'm sure it's going to come through.
What do you have to say about Kejriwal factor?
What do I have to say about it?
Because Rahul had also said that the Congress has a lot to learn from Arvind Kejriwal.
Is going to be a major opponent for the BJP?
I think it's definitely an important opponent in this election.
It's a force to reckon with?
It seems to be in this
because
election.
Rahul had once said that there's a lot to learn from the Aam Aadmi Party.
I'm sure they have a lot to learn.
Everybody learns from everybody. And what do you think of the fact that the Prime Minister...
And I want to bring in headlines today. Jugal Purohit for more on this. Jugal, the Congress virtually written off in these elections. The brave face, that Congress leaders are maintaining, that apart, most of the pollsters seem to have virtually written off the Congress party. You spoke to Priyanka Gandhi. Take us through the details.
Well, you see, Gaurav, all through this election campaign, there are two very, very obvious pointers towards what you are asking of me. The first is that where did the star campaigners of the Congress party go? Rahul Gandhi, for example, went to the old central, the Mughal Delhi as they call. Then he subsequently also did a tour of areas like Sultanpur Majra, which is again a place where Congress has been winning so-called Congress strongholds. What does it tell you? It tells you that the party that is now being spoken about is not looking at expanding its base. It's looking at retaining the ground beneath its feet.
Yes.
The Congress party's internal assessment does not give it more than 10 to 15, though that also, as you just pointed out, is an extreme figure. And the second portion, Gaurav, I was there in the Matia Mahal constituency, in the Bali Marar area, and several other jogis have been, moving around today. And the feeling that one gets is that, everyone who till yesterday voted for the Congress is definitely looking at the Aam Aadmi Party very, very seriously, if not already voting for it. You see, there's a slogan, Mohar Lagegi Haath Pe, and the one that they've now coined, which sounds extremely close to it, is Mohar Lagegi Aap Pe, and they simply smile and walk off. So that's the scenario that the Congress party is facing in the Juggis, in the Jhopdis, in the SC minority areas. People are largely looking at the Aam Aadmi Party as a vote which will count and not go down the drain. Back to you.
Okay, and let me put that question to Atir Khan, who joins us from Jamia. Long queues even in Jamia. Atir, was there complaint of some complaints of slow voting? Has the Election Commission been able to address that?
Well, that's right. You see, Gaurav, I am in Noor Nagar area, and behind me is Sarvodaya Kanya Vidyalaya, which is perhaps one of the busiest polling station in this region. There are some 8 polling booths, and the polling has been quite brisk. And last time around it was 60%, and going by the rate, the people are just not stopping. The voters, there's a constant stream of people who are going in to vote. We have a couple of them with us. Let's get a word with them from them. Yusuf, you've been here. Do you think the rate of polling, there's been a delay, it's slowed down? And
no, it's just like last year. I mean, the way I remember it, last year also it was this slow. And definitely the procedure is slow. In India, like, we have to wait in the line. I remember I came in last year at 4 and I had to stand there till 6. Right. This year I came at 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock it started. I was here till 9:15.
Abhina, you tell us, how is this election different from the earlier election? Did you see that there was slow pace of polling?
Slow pace of polling, procedural wise, definitely they are more cautious this time. At least it happened in my booth that they were particularly looking at the father's name and the other details and ensuring that they match your identification proof that you're carrying, which I did not see last time. So
clearly, there were some complaints of slow